family and friends. Welcome to the Work Nation, our nation of factual truth, where we feel free to share knowledge and spread the knowledge of factual truth without fear, without favor, and without faint. Where we encourage us to live our lives and live it well through the knowledge of factual truth because it's our lives. And personally, I encourage you to enjoy your life wherever you are. It's a serious thing. You have to focus on you. You must be first in your life. You must be first in everything you are doing. You are not an agent of any God, spirit, ancestor, or whatever supernatural anyone can claim. You are you. Do you. There is no force greater than you. And you are not alone. You are not the only one here. There is no special person you must live with or by. You have the final say over your life and affairs. No condition is permanent. Live and enjoy your own life. Life is great. Also, I want to welcome you to this Bible study today. We continue with our series of Bible studies. And today we are studying Exodus chapter 14. Wow. Oh, no. Especially born again Christians, as I used to be. When you hear Exodus 14, you know what it's going to be, right? Crossover, right? The Egyptians you see today, you shall see them no more. We are still seeing the Egyptians. That's another lie. Bible says the Egyptians you see today, you shall see them no more. We still seeing the Egyptians till today. Proving Bible is a lie. It's a work of fiction. That you hear certain word there, like location or names of people, doesn't make it a true book teaching you history or teaching you way to live. No. Originally, the Bible was written for the poor and the slaves in the land. The rich people, that's the evil one, just as we have the rich few today. You see how they are hijacking everything, hijacking AI, all that. So when when this was written, they hijack it. When printing press come out, or when people begin to, because we invented writing. I mean Africans, and taught the world that. So when that printing press come up, or when people began to write all that, they wrote God into existence. No God has written or said or done anything. It is all hearsay. People say. You cannot tell me the first day you hear that word, God. Nobody living today can tell me, unless that person was born deaf, then miracle happened, which is impossible. And that person begin to hear something today, and they tell him today, God about God. But other than no, including myself, you cannot tell me the first day you hear that word God, because it was instilled in you, programmed in you by your parents and guidance. Somebody else taught you God. You don't know any God. No God is in you. No God is leading you. No God is speaking to you. No God is speaking through you. Wake up and focus on yourself. You first. You are spring over your life. No God can take your life. No man can take your life. Your life is not takeable. It cannot be destroyed. Come on. Your life cannot even be tortured. No. If you understand life, you will fear no God. You will believe no God. You will worship no God. You will reject everything God, because you are the one that have the potentials to sleep and wake. You are the one that have potential to walk. You have potential to see. Here, God cannot do any of those things because there is no God. So if you say that God created you in his own image and likeness, why is it you can speak and show up and God cannot show up and speak? God cannot show up. You are not image and likeness of God. God is a fairy. Your image is real. Your likeness is real. That's what everyone can see. There's no other image in you. What is in you is your organs. You can Google and know about them. You can research about them. Know the functions of the organs in you. That's what, when you will stop saying there is God in your heart, because it's only blood in your heart. It's not God. Let's go. It's after 9 p.m. here. So let's see how we go. Exodus chapter 14. Let's go. Now the Lord spoke to Moses, audio God. He never show up God. God is never on time God. God cannot tell you now he will show up tomorrow and he show up. It is impossible. People can prophesy to you that God will show up tomorrow. God will never show up because they are liars for God, for their religion. Now the Lord spoke to Moses every time, all the life of Moses, after Moses ran away from Egypt, went to the mountain. You know, a family man saved his life and gave him life to live again. Boom. Since then, it's been God. After that burning bush, it's been God say. God spoke to Moses. God spoke to Aaron. God spoke to Moses and Aaron. God spoke to the, God said, God never show up. The word of God is hearsay. The prophecy of God is hearsay. The vision of God is hearsay. The dream of God is hearsay. The trance of God is hearsay. Your own dreams are more real than the word of God. Your own thought is more real than the word of God. But your thought is not our thoughts. Your word is not our words. Know the difference. Stop imposing your thought, your opinion on others. Spread the knowledge of factual truth if you know them and let them make that decision. You cannot force people to reason with the fact, reason with the truth. That's why it is fruitless for you to argue with stubborn taste. Don't waste your time unless you are making money out of it. Unless you are just also wasting your time. If you are not wasting your time or making money out of it, then why are you engaging them? I trust them. I don't engage them in arguments. Oh, there's God. God is energy. God is great. God is this. I want to see God. I don't want to hear you telling me about God. You have not seen yourself. Myself, I want to see God. So all this God speaking to you, it means you are schizophrenic. Go and Google or find out what is schizophrenia. You are detached from reality when you believe in God. You are detached from reality when you worship God. That's why when you want to pray, you close your eyes or you do some stupid things, thinking like somebody, you are the only one talking. You are the only one demonstrating. Yet no God to prove you are speaking to it, him or her. No God, no voice, no one showed attention. No God showed up, say, yeah, I am here, let's talk. And you like people will ask you, oh, you are praying to God, you say yes. Or you're talking to God, you say yes. Or you are with God, you say yes. Oh, God with you, you say yes. Okay, can you ask God tell your God to tell you that, what is in my pocket? Can your God tell you what is in my pocket? And how many pockets do I have on me? Can your God tell you that? No, because you are soliloquy, just talking to yourself, talking to the ceiling. Your word cannot pass through the ceiling to reach anyone. No, unless people that are close to you. Now the Lord spoke. He never showed up before. He continues every now. God is speaking every now. God have never shown up at any now. Never shown up. Now the Lord spoke to Moses saying, speak to the children of Israel. Why can't God speak to the children of Israel? Why God is sending somebody to speak to somebody? It's either he does not exist or he's too weak to do that himself. Is that too much for you to understand? A God that cannot show up and speak to everyone, but you claim he created everyone his own image and likeness. Now he needed you to speak to his own image. He did not need you to create that his own image. He created his own image solely by himself. Except in the confusion of, he said to them, come, let us make man in our own image and likeness. But it's only a man and a woman that can have sex that will give birth to a child. For you to see your image, somebody like you need a woman as a man. Without a woman, you cannot have your image and likeness. Even if you take all the picture in this world, video yourself, no. For you to have your image and likeness that you can touch, you can hold, you can speak to, you can communicate with, it must be through a woman, not even through you as a man. A man cannot give birth. Man cannot. Sperm does not belong to any man. A man is not carrier of life. You cannot carry life. Life is not carried. Life is living. Life is being. Speak to the children of Israel that they turn and they camp before Pi Hahiroth, between Migdol and the sea, opposite Baal Zephon. You shall camp before it by the sea. For Pharaoh will say to the children of Israel, oh, Pharaoh will say of the children of Israel, my bad, they are bewildered by the land. The wilderness has closed them in. Then I will harden Pharaoh's heart. That's the key word in Exodus. Whether you believe they crossed the Red Sea or they flew over it or they walk under the water, no matter, it was God who hardened the heart of Pharaoh so that he will pursue them. God is the one sending the enemies to pursue you, and you want me to accept the stupid excuse you made for God, saying he's testing your faith. Before that sickness came, God knows it's coming. He could have prevented it, but he refused. He wants to see you suffer. God delights in your suffering. God delights in your struggle. God delights in your failure. He wants to see you fail, because if he don't want to see you fail, he will not have to send anything or anyone to test you or tempt your faith. He's supposed to know all things. You test when you don't know. If you don't trust, if you don't know my ability to answer your question, you will test me. If I tell you I understand everything, or I understood what you taught me, then you have to test me because you want to prove it's true or not. But God's supposed to know all things. He's supposed to know what is in your heart. He's supposed to know whatever you are thinking. Yet he needs to test your faith. Come on. You are just living illusion, delusion, and hallucination. That's what you are living. You are not living the life. You're not living even your own life. He's the one doing all these things. He will harden the Pharaoh's heart, that he will pursue the people of Israel. He said, and I will gain honor over Pharaoh and over all his army, that the Egyptians may know that I am the Lord. And they did so. Just for you to gain what? A God who is struggling to gain honor. The same way you see wicked people trying to get honor. Trump wanted to gain honor. Hitler wanted, I say Hitler. Hitler wanted to gain honor. All the bad leaders in this world are people who want to gain honor. And that's why God, being your father, being your God, is evil. That God is a tyrant. That God is a narcissistic God. He always wants honor. He says he's a jealous God. He wants all that honor to himself. He said, my glory, my honor, I will not share with another. God is evil entity. No matter how you see it, no matter how you try to defend it, God is an evil to destroy a man and his entire army just for you to gain honor, just for you to gain fame, just for you to claim to be the greatest man in this world. That's why you are killing other people. That's why you're putting people through suffering. You are a wicked God, and I will never worship the God of Israel. I will never worship any God, whether you call it the God of your ancestors or my ancestors. I will never worship any God. If you tell me there's God of your ancestors, then I want you to tell me why we are suffering today. Because certain people invaded and they enslaved our ancestors. We are still suffering it today. If you like, keep saying no, colonialism is no longer here. You are stupid if you're a black person or an African person saying that we are not suffering because of white people. You are evil. The reason why black people, Africans are suffering in the whole world today is because of the Arabs and the Europeans, white people. They are the one that initiated all this evil, all these wars we are suffering today. And their God is called the man of war. What else do you need? What another proof do you need to know that God is evil? A man of war is an evil man. A God of war is an evil God. Why can't you end all the wars? Especially when they say you are almighty creator. Why can't you just create everything new? No more war. No more. They tell you it's when you die, when you go to heaven, where you don't know its location. That's where you will no longer have death. That's no longer you no longer have pain. And you believe that just because they're threatening you that if you don't believe the content of the book, you will burn in hellfire. Also, without no location, you don't know where this hellfire or lake of fire is. He will create it in future. Okay. That's another prophecy that is yet to fulfill. Lake of fire. You know, there's no place now. The Bible says he will create it. That's Revelation. Say we create it, we bring death and the false prophets and Satan and throw them inside that lake of fire. Spirit, you throw spirit inside lake of fire. Wow. So spirit can be born inside fire. So why are you saying you can kill my flesh, you can kill my soul, but you cannot? Okay, because he said that God have power to destroy soul. But soul, what do you mean? Have you seen soul before? Has you seen spirit before? If you say God can destroy spirit inside fire now, that means no wonder they say God is inside hell too. According to Psalm 139, verse 8, God is in hell. That's why we never go to hell. Because I don't want to associate with God. I don't want to have anything to do with God. God is in heaven and hell. I will never go to heaven or hell. I don't need them for anything. Verse 5, now it was told the king of Egypt that the people had fled. Think about it. He's the one that asked them to go. And you are telling that it was informing him that they left. He already given them the order to leave. But God hardened his heart. Now you're saying that they told him. So God wiped his brain. He forgot. This God is evil. A God that have to wipe your brain and making everything be like, you never said that thing or you never did that thing. That God is evil. There's nothing you can tell me about God. And for the fact he hardened the heart of Pharaoh, prove that he is an evil God. That God is evil. And the heart of Pharaoh and his servants was turned against the people. Who turned their hearts? God. Who turns the heart of people to betray you? God. Who turns the heart of people to invade and enslave other people? God. Slavery is in the name of God. And God have slaves. In fact, God called his children his slaves. God is the slave master. My people. People learn slavery from God. That's where people learn slavery. Look at every religious family or spiritual family. See how they're enslaving themselves in families. When you say, I'm the man of the house and the head of the household, that's slavery. So the woman and the children are under you. You are the husband. You are the head. Who made you the head? Look at the mirror. Do you look like head? You are not the head. You have head. You cannot be the head. You have head. You can never be the head. Your body is not only the head. Man, that's where your brain is. Maybe that's why you are the head. You are the brain. No, you are not. You have brain. You are not the brain. We must deal with all this. Oh no, the Bible doesn't mean it literally. Then don't throw it away. If it doesn't mean it, that's why are you claiming it's a holy book? I mean, historical book. How are you saying it's teaching you things about life? If you cannot take it literally, then trash it. You are in the physical world. You need physical truth, physical everything, man. You don't need anything spiritual. You don't need it. No, seriously, you don't need it at all. Anything spiritual, trash them and enjoy your life, as I always say. And they said, why have we done this? That we have let Israel go from serving us. God hardened their hearts. So he made ready his chariot and took his people with him. Also, he took 600 choice chariots and all the chariots of Egypt with captains over every one of them. And the Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and they pursued the children of Israel. And the children of Israel went out with boldness. They pursue us, we are going bold. They went out with boldness after they went out in haste. He said they went out in haste. Now he's saying it's boldness. No, where is dictionary? We must check this thing. Haste. Haste. And the boldness. Difference. Where is the difference? Difference. Okay. Haste is excessive speed and urgency that often leads to mistakes. While boldness is the courageous and the confident readiness to face risk. They didn't even know what they will use to the requirement of God to worship God. They say it's when they get to wherever mountain God directed, that's when they will know the actual things they will use to worship this God. These people left in haste. So some of them might have forgotten some because they left. Have you ever traveled and maybe you think you're about to miss your flight and that's how you forget your phone. That's how you forgot something. Especially women, you know what it means to go in haste. Hey woman, why are you still in? We are going late for this meeting. Every time all these women, blah, blah, blah. Have you seen any woman that's actually waiting for you to prepare so that you guys can go wherever you say you plan to go? No, you must be the one waiting for them because they have been conditioned to package themselves for what? If I'm a woman and I have a man, why should I dress anyhow? Unless I should dress well if I'm going out with my husband, he tell me, okay, whether I'm good or not. But if not, you are not going anywhere with your husband, then why are you dressing and putting up all those makeups where you say, I'm not dressing for another man, I'm just dressing for them to see. So see what? Why are you always dressed to impress people? I'm telling you, left for me, I will even do live broadcast without any clothes on me. You see this dirty one I'm using for this too. I don't care. You don't like it. If you don't like it, it means you don't even like whatever I'm saying from beginning. You say, oh, this is a taste. Oh, this is a devil. This is demon. Why are you listening to him? You must listen to me because God has hardened my heart to teach you the fact. So I'm teaching you. I stubbornly teaching you this every time because God has hardened my heart. The same way God has hardened the heart of those kidnappers to come and kidnap you and your family, kill people where they are worshiping God. That's what God does. God is evil, my people. There's no place. Every portion of the Bible will show you God is evil. Even the first one where it said that in the beginning God created heaven and earth. That is evil. You look at this earth, you are telling me you are God who created it. You haven't even been to all the earth. No man has been to all the earth. No man alive or dead has been to all the earth. There are some places you cannot cross in this earth, and they exist. You know the one in India. One Christian born again, zeal without knowledge. Said, oh my God, it's great. Let me go there. I'm gonna go to reach to them. I'm gonna convert them. Maybe he's stepping his foot on their shores. Arrows. They kill him. No one has been to all over the world. So when they tell you their God created, it's a lie. From the beginning of the Bible to the last of it, lies. There's no truth. There's no factual truth in the whole Bible. No factual truth there. If you understand it, then you will understand what I'm saying. Or if you have read it very well. Okay. Also, he took a 600 carat of red chariot. I said carrot. So they did not went out with boldness. They went out in haste. They did not know what they will face. It's if they know what they will face, they will go out in boldness. Like you prepare for war, you will go to that war in boldness. If you lack that boldness, that courage, you will not go to war. That's why before the armies they go to war, the commander will come and ask them. If you know, you know you are not bold to go, you are not courageous to go. Stay back, oh. So you don't discourage others. All of us have to be on the same page, courageous. Boom, go with boldness. But if you are living in a haste, you're even scared. You don't know what will happen. Contradictions in the Bible. They live in haste or in boldness. Or let me put it here. Mm-mm. Did they live in haste or boldness? Bible contradiction. Bible contradictions. Thank you that I can do this. I keep doing this thing. This is Exodus chapter 14, verse 8. Okay. So later, I will handle it. You know what I do. Yeah. Oh, I like the way this guy, Mazi Uchechukwu Ogbonna, said this. I, I know his work. He said, sperm injected in a woman's body is like extra water added in a food already gathered by a woman to cook. It's true. Sperm, you get it from food. She already been cooking food. That's why he got womb. You don't got womb. You don't have womb. Womb is like the pot where you cook the real meal. So there's water there that you sperm, and it's not even your own. You ate food also that formed the sperm. You inject it there, doesn't make you the carrier of life or the owner of any life. Say, honor your father who gave you life. My father didn't give me life. My mother didn't give me life. My mother is not my creator. I'm not a creature. Let us stop all this nonsense they bombarded us with, and we are living like they are true. But when you are facing hardship, when you are facing real problem, don't you see those things cannot help you at all? At all. If your father give you life, let him provide for you everything you need. Let us see. When you are sick, don't go to hospital. He gave you life, so he can fix what he gave to you. The same apply it to your God. God gave you life. Then why are you crying for hunger or for help? Let God handle that. He can do all things, right? With him, all things are possible, except to feed you, except to help you, except to provide for you. Man, stop believing in that God. He said, verse 9. So the Egyptians pursued them, all the horses and chariots of Pharaoh, his horsemen and his army, and overtook them, camping by the sea, beside by Hahiroth, before Bazel. Why this word appearing like I never read Bible before? Fuck you, man. By Hahiroth, before Bazephon. I know about like Bazephon or by other, but this by Hahiroth. Let me check. Or later I will do that. King James Version. Or what that word I keep struggling to pronounce it anyway. Verse 10. And when Pharaoh drew near, the children of Israel lifted their eyes, and behold, the Egyptians marched after them. So they were, remember, if they left with all boldness, they're supposed to like prepared, right? He said with all boldness means they are ready to face whatever that comes after them or whatever they will face. Okay, the Egyptians marched after, so they were afraid. They were very afraid. Not even they were afraid. And so they were very afraid. Just like today, many of you claim God is with you, but you are very afraid at bad news, very afraid at death, very afraid of accident, very afraid of sickness and disease. You are very afraid of many things. Of course, why you claim the Almighty God is your God, He cares about you. So they were very afraid, and the children of Israel cried out to the Lord. They didn't go out with boldness. That's why they are crying. People that go out with boldness don't need to cry. They will face whatever challenges they meet because they wait with boldness. They were prepared to meet that challenges. But you know, it's a story which makes it a lie. Verse 11. Then they said to Moses, because there were no graves in Egypt, have you taken us away to die in the wilderness? Why have you so dealt with us to bring us up out of Egypt? Is this not the word that we told you in Egypt, saying, let us alone that we may serve the Egyptians? For it would have been better for us to serve the Egyptians than that we should die in the wilderness. The picture of those cowards among the Igbo people today, because the whole world fought against us with Nigerian government. They fought against us and defeated us through starvation. Does that mean we should remain now serving them forever? You don't even want to think of war. He said, do you know what happened to the war? People die. Of course. Let me say it again. The purpose of war is for you to fight it until you win it. You are in need to win it. That is war. You are not in need to serve. If you're supposed to serve, why go into war in the first place? Why even trying to defend yourself? People who defended themselves, like the Biafrans in part of Nigeria today, they were bold. They were courageous. They refused to serve. They refused to be servants. They refused to watch you killing them. And they took up arms to defend themselves when you attacked them. And the descendants of those idiots who did not even went for that war, or those who went out of thinking maybe they want to gain some political position in the Biafra nation, understand this. They still have their descendants. They are the one telling you today, no, one Nigeria, no, Peter Obi should be president, no, Igbo presidency. We don't need any fucking Igbo presidency in Nigeria. We need to be free from Nigeria. We don't want to be part of Nigeria. We are Biafrans. That's our own. Nigeria is British owned. We are not from Britain. We are not British people. We are Africans. And we can create our own nation. That's why we created Biafra. We didn't tell you Biafra came from God. No, white man did not give us Biafra. Oh no, Portuguese call you Biafra. No, do you know what Biafra is? Nation of people that speak Bia and people that join them. Not everyone in Biafra we are speaking Bia. Because you have neighbors, you have friends. No matter who you are, wherever you live, you have neighbors, you have people living with you. That does not mean they are actually one with you. But they are your fellow citizens. Indigenous is different from indigenous is one people, but citizens is different people coming together because they agree. That the Igbo people are maybe more in number does not mean they want to dominate you. Or they are more in number because they are the pace setters. They are the one that goes, they are builders, they are innovators, they are inventors, which you can see today. Without Igbo people, Nigeria can never stand. And that's why the Nigeria government don't want Igbos to go. Because Igbos are loaded naturally and artificially. Their potentials are too much. And these people can stand their ground. There's no other people that resisted white men in Africa like the Igbos. You think Igbos, when you're talking about, think about Nigeria only. No, Igbos are everywhere in the whole world. There's no place you will go in this world without seeing Igbos, because Igbos are the real black people. That's original black people. Forget all these converts that were Arabs and Europeans converted, and they are claiming to be, no, they're not, they are converts. They are not real Africans. No real African is a Jew, Christian, or Muslim, or spiritual. No real African is spiritual or religious. Real Africans are natural. They know they are natural beings. That's why they know they are original beings. They were here before God. Yes, okay, let's go. Verse 13. But remember the last thing we discussed, it's better to be free than for you to serve. It's better for you to die than to serve your opponent. That it's better for you to die than to be a slave. Remember the Igbo landing? It's a history. It's not, I'm not just making it up. It's a history. In America here, they kidnapped them, brought them all the way from Africa to America. When they get to that seashore, they say, with their chains, they say they rather drown than to live in bondage. They rather drown than to live in bondage. I rather die than to serve white man. I will never do that. I rather die than to serve God. I will not. God is white man. White man is God. That's why you, as a black person, you need to trash God, trash white supremacy, and then live your life. And Moses said to the people, do not be afraid. Stand still. Oh, yeah, Pentecostal, where are you? Say amen, church. Do not be afraid, minister, pastor. Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will accomplish for you today. Not he will accomplish with you or through you. He said for you. You don't need to. What else did he say? He said, for the Egyptians, whom you see today, you shall see them again. You shall see again. You shall see again no more forever. The Egyptians whom you see today, you shall see again no more forever. Why? Because the Lord will fight for you and you will hold your peace. You don't need to contribute anything. No, you have to create a platform to go up to perform miracle. It's a lie. If there is God performing any miracle, you don't need to contribute towards it. No, he say, ask, you shall receive. Not ask and walk, you shall receive. No, he say, ask, you shall receive. Knock, it will open. Seek, you shall find. Not adding anything. No, if you can add to it, it's not miracle. If you can contribute to it, it's not miracle. There's no real God anywhere. Verse 15, and the Lord said to Moses, why do you cry to me? Tell the children of Israel to go forward. The same God that we asked you to call him in the time of need is asking Moses now, why are you calling me? Why are you praying? And I'm directing the same thing to you, believers, today. Why are you praying to your God? If your God has already blessed you, if he has already called you, anointed you, why are you still calling to him? Just like we said Jesus is God. Yes, Jesus is praying to God. It's not possible. It doesn't make sense. Faith can never make sense. That's why faith is a blind belief, and belief is a blind faith. There is no knowledge in faith and belief. It is impossible. It can never find knowledge therein. No wisdom, no knowledge and understanding in faith and belief. God asking Moses now, God who's supposed to know all things, why do you cry to me? Tell the children of Israel to go forward, but lift up your rod and stretch out your hand over the sea and divide it. And the children of Israel shall go on dry ground through the midst of the sea. And I indeed will harden the heart of the Egyptians. God did not harden only the heart of Pharaoh, even the heart of the Egyptians, and they shall follow them. So I will gain honor. Again, God is obsessed with honor, gaining honor, stealing people's glory in the name of gaining honor, and over Pharaoh and over all his army, his chariots and his horsemen. Clap for that stupid God. You gain honor by destroying lives and properties. And today you have military or you have the government. They tell you the primary duty of the government is to protect what? Life and the properties of the citizen. But they tell you there is God. Except the God, whatever be the house, is in vain, be that. Except whatever the city, the watchman watches in vain. It's a lie. It's a lie. Then the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord when I have gained honor for myself. Third time now, gaining honor for myself over Pharaoh, his chariots and his horsemen. Verse 19. And the angel of God who went before the camp of Israel moved and went behind them. And the pillar of cloud went from before them and stood behind them. So this angel has been before them and they are crying to God. If angel is leading you, think about that. God brought you out. His angel is leading you. Why will you still be afraid of Pharaoh? But it's a lie. There's no angel before them. There's no God with them. That's why they cry out. Okay. So they move. Pillar of cloud. And later you will hear about the, pillar of fire too. So it came between the camp of the Egyptians and the camp of Israel. Thus it was a cloud and darkness to the one, and he gave light by night to the other, so that the one did not come near the other all that night. So it became the wall of separation between the Egyptians and the Israelites, that they cannot come close to attack any. The Egyptians cannot attack the people of Israel and let them go. But think about it. If such thing exists, why is it today you see people of God building house with high walls, high gates, even heaven have walls and gates for protection? Because that's the reason for wall and gate, is to secure your own self or your own family or your own household. So if there is pillar of fire by night and pillar of cloud by day, and there is angel, there is God, why do you worshippers of God building houses with burglary proof, needing CCTV, needing armed security men? Even in their worship centers, they still pay people to be guards, carrying guns to protect them, or pulling burglary proof. Eh? You see where they go to Mecca to kiss that ass. They say they protect, they put guards there. You cannot get near it anyhow. They put protection in every churches. You can hear Christians in Nigeria crying that they are being killed, although it's not Christians they are killing in Nigeria, they are killing Biafrans in Nigeria, and Biafrans happen to be, majority Christians. And the main place they are killing them is in the east, not its old story. The killings of Biafrans in the eastern part of Nigeria is not televised, it's not shown, it's not broadcast anywhere for the world to see what is actually going on. It is also this Christian group who are telling they are killing Christians. They are not killing only Christians in the whole Nigeria. It is Igbo people, Biafrans, whether in the north or in the west or in the east. It is only Igbo people they are targeting. And when they target those Igbo people, some Muslims also fall, because some Muslims living with them too. But the areas that is called home for the Igbos or the Biafrans is particularly the eastern part of Nigeria. And some part of, before they created all this north or north central, east, south, and where is south and the southeast, southwest, south north, all that bullshit? If not in a corrupt institution called Nigeria. So that the people, it's our people that are being killed. Yes, our people you see wearing this type of thing on their head in Nigeria. They are the ones being killed. Most of them are converted Christians. So it's not like they are Christians in Yoruba land that are not being killed. Christians in the north are not being killed. It's Igbo people that are killing. The shops they burn down in Lagos or the buildings they destroy, both in the north, in the west, belongs to Igbo people. Belongs to Igbo people and people that admire or live with them. So understand that. But if there is God, Almighty God, this God have host of heavens, they call angels. In fact, they say that one angel can destroy the entire military force. One angel, just one night, will wipe out the whole military force. So why the people of God still living in fear of Satan, fear of death, fear of being harmed or being robbed? Where is your God? They killed 30 people yesterday in Nigeria. Go and find out who they killed. They killed them. They kill people every day in Nigeria. But these people have mosques and churches everywhere. They worship God more than any other person in this world. Yet this God cannot protect them. Verse 20. Verse 21. Then Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night, and made the sea into dry land, and the waters were divided. Bring the picture of sea. Do you know what is sea? That you believe your God divided. Do you know the depth of the sea? Do you know the length of the sea? God divided it and the people walked through it. Sea. Do you know what is sea? And this one is Red Sea. Ordinary gutter, God cannot divide. Talk less of river. Then come to sea. Sea is bigger than river. River is bigger than gutter. God cannot divide gutter. You see, when it flows, people got drowned, especially children, got drowned in a gutter. They misstepped, boom, they got drowned. God cannot split it. People die of flood or drown every day in this world. God is not saving any of them. God is not parting anything. You see parents, Christian parents taking their children to school. There's heavy rain. You see how they will be protecting their children. God cannot do that. God have not done that. See what he put children of Israel through in this story. You see, a pattern. So the children of Israel went into the midst of the sea on the dry ground, and the waters were a wall to them on their right hand and on their left. And the Egyptian pursued and went after them into the midst of the sea. All Pharaoh's horses, his chariots, and his horsemen. Read with understanding. Lean on your own understanding. Fear no God. Verse 24. Now it came to pass in the morning watch that the Lord looked down upon the army of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire and the cloud, and they troubled the army of the Egyptians. This angel now become God. Remember, I said it was angel who were before the Nada went and stand between them. And he said, now God looked down upon the army of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire. So the angel, the angel, that's what he said. Hear what he said here. He said, and the angel of God, and this angel was written with capital letter, not small letter. He said, the angel of God. Some will tell you it is Michael, or they will tell you it is Jesus. But this angel of God became the God. He became the God who saw the people of Israel through the pillar of fire. The same God. He is the one that watched these people, seeing all these things, morning watch. He saw through the pillar of fire and cloud, and he troubled the army of the Egyptians. He hardened their hearts, troubled them. The same God doing all this evil thing. Verse 26. Then the Lord said to Moses, stretch out your hands over the sea, that the waters may come back upon the Egyptians, on their chariots and on their horsemen. And Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and when the morning appeared, the sea returned to its full depth, while the Egyptians were fleeing into it. Remember, the Egyptians were pursuing the people of Israel. So if God caused water to come, these people have chariots. Oh, he said, God, make their will not to move. People with chariots, they cannot get to you. And because of pillar of water, then the water covered them. Come on, it's a story, my people. Think about it. And Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and when the morning appeared, the sea returned to its depth, while the Egyptians were fleeing into it. So the Lord overthrew the Egyptians in the midst of the sea. Then the water. So when you hear about coup d'etat, the military took over power, the coup, they learned it from God. Coup. God overthrew people, overthrew the Egyptians. God is evil. Then the waters returned and covered the chariots and the horsemen and all the army of Pharaoh that came into the sea after them. Not so much as one of them remained, but the children of Israel had walked on dry land in the midst of the sea, and the waters were a wall to them on right hand and on their left. So the Lord saved Israel that day out of the hand of Egypt. They failed to save them in Germany out of the hand of Hitler. The God that saved the people of Israel out of the hand of the Egyptians failed to save the same people of Israel out of the hand of the Germans. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Remember, the Pharaoh, they claim that it's black people who enslaved the Israelites, white people, right? But in reality, Hitler was a white man who slayed, imprisoned. He did many things. He roasted white people. He was not a black man. Instead of them to say, yeah, God dealt with him, they say he committed suicide. The same way Pharaoh committed suicide. In the book, God walked, but in reality, God never walked. He cannot walk. He cannot. If it was true that God saved the people of Israel from Egypt, he would have saved them, the Jews, from Germany. 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 It can never. The salvation of your God started and ended in a book, not in reality. You can never see salvation of the Lord in reality. Can never see anything from God in reality. God cannot hear or answer your prayers in reality. It's only in the book. So the Lord saved Israel that day out of the hand of the Egyptians, and Israel saw the Egyptians dead on the seashore. Why can't your God act today without the government? Without people carrying gun and bombs, killing other people. See what is going on in Gaza, Ukraine, Iran, Africa, all over the world. The war going on. God cannot make it happen so that you don't need to complain. You don't need to cry. You just see, oh God, we see they are dead now. Thank you. Praise the Lord. Godly people will kidnap people. Godly people will pay ransom to rescue them. And the same godly people will say, thank God they are alive. God saving them. Why are you thanking God for saving you when you know you will still die tomorrow? Death is another thing we must seriously discuss. We cannot run away from our shadow. Death is part of us. It's our shadow. That's long sleep. No one can live without sleeping and waking up. It's impossible. Life sleeps and wakes, sleeps and wakes. Thus Israel saw the great work which the Lord has done in Egypt. So the people feared the Lord and believed the Lord and his servant Moses. Now the people of Israel saw great works which God has done in Egypt. So they feared God. But you have not seen, you only read what they say he did in the book. You have not seen God do great work in your family. You have not seen God deal with your enemies. In fact, many of you have court cases your God did not show up to help you. Many of you are in jail, in prison. So even some for the crime you did not commit, yet you did not see great work of God to deliver you. It's when you go there, they maybe meet the whatever fine the government say you must pay to get free. People pay it after you go and say it is God who free you. No, God cannot free you from jail, from prison. God cannot help you win any case. At least see the work of God before you fear that God. And why must you fear a God that did great work for you? You're supposed to be happy. Why? He said they saw the great work of the Lord has done in Egypt. So the people feared the Lord and believed the Lord and his servant. You're not supposed to fear and believe. If God did wonderful work for you, don't you know you're supposed to be excited? You're supposed to be kissing him, embracing him, worshiping. You're not supposed to fear him. You're supposed to love him. You're supposed to embrace him. You're supposed to be excited. This God have done wonderful or great works for you. But see what the work of God does. This is what the message of God does. It creates fear in you and forcing you to believe. Fear is the instrument uses to enforce faith. Without fear, there is no faith. Romans chapter 11, verse 20, if I'm still correct. He said, now you have been freed. He said, don't boast. Since you have been saved by faith, he said, now fear. Fear is rooted faith is rooted in fear. Without fear, you will not have faith. Without the fear of God, you will not believe in God. They instill this fear in you from birth, your parents and guidance. That's why I said from the beginning, You can never tell me the first day or the first time you heard that word, God, but you fear and believe in him because you were taught he's wicked, he's evil. He will deal with you if you don't obey. He will send you to hell if you don't believe. Fuck God. Why should anybody punish you for not believing anything? I don't believe, I don't believe. Leave me now. Live and let live. Live your own life. Let me live my own life. If you're going to heaven, bravo. You're going to hell, bravo. I don't care. I'm not going to any of them because I am African, Akebula, black, original, eternal. I am the life. I am the way. I am the truth. There is no God beside me. There's no God before me. There's no God after me. There's no God in me. There is no real God anywhere. Wake up, trust God, and live naturally. God.